sweet surprise, just enough to keep me hypnotized. Well, hey mama, listen what I say. Hey mama, I'm mad in love today, but I'm hungry and I'm so tired. I feel like I'm losing grip on the key to my desire. Oh no, baby, I don't want to lose it, because every little thing, everything you say, every time you turn me on, I'm still blown away. Anytime you touch me, every time you call my name, even when you nail me down, I'm just still blown away. Still blown away. Hey honey, where you going to? Hey honey, ain't there nothing I can do? You know you really send me out of my mind when you take me down to your seduction line. Oh yes you do, baby. So won't you take me? Won't you take me? Because every little thing, everything you say, every time you turn me on, I'm still blown away. Anytime you touch me, or every time you call my name, even when you nail me down, I'm still blown away. You betcha, baby. Still blown away. Listen, baby, I still love you. I still want you by my side. Even when I think the living's tough, still blown away. Still blown away. Oh, my.
Very cool. My name is Ronnie Dean. This is Lucinda and Michael from where?
Connecticut.
So you drove up here for the NAMM?
We did.
Yes. You performed at the NAMM?
On and off in the booths, throughout the show.
Out of curiosity, did you go through a booking agency to do that?
No. We're endorsed by some of the companies that are there, and they were kind enough to have us.
That's pretty cool. Where do you sell your music from on the internet?
Basically, we really do mostly CDs and hard copies and sell them at live shows, but we have a few things on iTunes. And
Did you ever get into the going back into LPs like everybody else is doing?
It's on the list.
Well, you're running 2-inch tape. These guys were talking about 2-inch tape before we started tonight. Their studio, you got your own studio at home?
Yeah, yep.
You make a house into a studio, basically?
The whole downstairs of it, yeah.
That's very cool. I think that's the only way to fly.
Yeah.
So that's what we did with this. It took a while. You guys have won some awards for songwriting?
we have. There's numerous awards. We're members of the Songwriters Hall of Fame in New York and the Academy of Popular Music. We've done a lot of showcases for them. We're also very active in their Heartbeat, it's actually Hearts and Voices program, which is a program that goes out to hospitals and hospices for patients that are affected by or living with HIV and AIDS. So we do a lot of that. And we had some success at radio. Our last single was number 20 nationally, and it did really well. It was actually on the radio for 2 years.
That brings some royalties.
A few, not
I mean, you're not gonna get rich, but the bottom line is at least it's some.
Well, yeah.
It's a little appreciation every now and then.
Yeah, it kind of makes you feel good in your hip pocket a little bit. Not too much. I remember when I first got here, we cut a CD. I just wanted to release something, and I released it, and it stuck on the radio for about 3 years. And I didn't make a whole lot of money, but I made some. I thought, well, that's a good beginning for Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
How many times you guys been here?
It's our third time now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you usually play if you come? Do you have a certain place?
Well, we do a lot with Breedlove guitars. So this time around we didn't, but the previous times we played at Two Old Hippies down in the Gulch in
I know where that's at.
in their great little performance space there. And we used to play at the building, which is in the Art District over by 5 Points Pizza, right?
Yeah.
And that's no longer there, I hear. But it was a great little room. We used to play there. Where else did we go?
Fontanelle. We
played
Fontanelle.
there
a few times.
Yep.
So you're sponsored by Breedlove?
Yes.
Who's some of your other sponsors?
Well, let's see. There's Elixir Strings,
Electro Voice.
Electro Voice Mics,
Monster
Telefunken.
Cable.
Yeah, Monster
Sorry.
Cables.
Telefunken.
Yeah.
Great. Not that the other companies weren't good companies, but Telefunken, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got some good stuff.
And they're out of Connecticut too, so
they?
we're almost neighbors.
Yeah, it's kind of
But
nice.
we met them in Anaheim, right?
I think we met them here first.
It was down here.
Yeah, in Nashville. Yeah.
How'd you guys pick up your sponsors? They just went along and
We just knock on
Just,
the door,
you
man.
know, we love the product. We're really, really passionate about the things that we use. And, I think it shows when we sit down with a rep and talk to them about it and they see our resume, and we're lucky enough to be, accepted.
Breedlove Guitars has been around for a while. They've been making guitars. They've got them down here for sale, and I've picked up a few of them. I like them myself.
Yeah, they're
really
great.
do.
They
Yeah.
really are. And their artist program is really wonderful. They're super supportive of us, so we're really lucky.
That's pretty cool. Go ahead and do us another tune. This is Lucinda and Michael from Connecticut.
That's right.
In Nashville for the NAMM.
All right.
Right next.
Come, let's run away.
Come, let's run away.
I'm gonna pack my troubles in a paper bag and leave it on the curb for the garbage man. Dog is the co-pilot in our van. Come, let's run away. We'll drop the pedal, gonna drive real fast. Grab another coffee when we stop for gas. This is a love that's gonna last. Come, let's run away. We'll buy some rockets from the fireworks sky. Write our names up in the sky. I'm gonna love you till the day I die. Come, let's run away. Come, let's run away. We'll buy some rockets from the fireworks sky. Write our names up in the sky. I'm gonna love you till the day I die. Come, let's run away. The stars reflecting there in our eyes. Headlights on the yellow lines. I'll be yours and you'll be mine. Come, let's run away. Come, let's run away. Yeah. We're gonna act like children even when we're old. Be each other's blankets when we get cold. True love story's gonna get told. Come, let's run away. We'll buy a little shanty down by the sea. 2 wooden rockets for you and me. Sitting on the porch drinking your tea. Come, let's run away. We'll buy some rockets from the fireworks sky. Write our names up in the sky. I'm gonna love you till the day I die. Come, let's run away. Come, let's run away. Oh, come, let's run away. Here we go. Do-do-do-do. 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 Do-do-do-do.
Very cool sound. You guys, are you strictly a duo? Or do you do other?
No, we sometimes tour with a full band when it's affordable
feasible
to do so.
Money feasible?
Yeah.
I do understand that money feasible thing. Basically, where are you going next?
Oh gosh.
Well,
Go ahead. You tell him that one.
actually, next we're going to Auburn, Alabama, to pick up a 2-inch Ampex 1100 tape machine that was owned by Johnny Maestro.
Audience, this is a very cool machine. I don't mind telling you. I know
For
what
It's
sure.
they are.
heavy too, so if you want to help me move it,
No.
Come on,
But
Ronnie.
I'll tell you what you're going to need, though. You're going to need a mechanic standing next to it.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah. Well,
For sure.
he's fixed
I
many of
align
these
them.
before.
I bias
Do you really?
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's cool. You should come
I
here.
don't get out much.
You should come here. I mean, seriously, the mechanics get paid they're worth more than the machines are sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
seriously.
Is that right?
I worked in Seattle in a place called Bear Creek Productions for quite a while. I wrote commercials up there, and they had a Trident board and 2-inch
Oh.
tape, and they had the whole setup. There was mechanics standing there through every
Yeah.
session.
Well, that's your
But they
heaven
work.
right there.
That sound is fat.
Isn't it?
It's I don't
Yeah,
care,
man.
And I argue with my engineer now who had us at 2-inch tape. Long story short, I run everything on 2-inch tape, and he is for the digital, and I'm for the analog. So we went in the studio the other day, and he aggravated me. So I got some 2-inch tapes that we had, and bluegrass cuts, and we played them on the because I cut them on 2-inch tape, and he listened to them, and I said, "Now play one of your digital cuts." And he played, and there was no comparison.
not the same.
He looked at me and he said, "Well, you might be a little bit right." This guy is kind of young, you know. He's got the idea that digital was the only way to fly.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's the only. Long story short, it's really not. What other awards have you said? Humanitarian awards for musical endeavors?
Well, that was for the work that we did with HIV and AIDS and a lot of the AIDS projects across the country. And
Was that mostly in Connecticut, or was it?
No. We usually put like an AIDS project on our tour. So like the last one we did was the Taste of Key West, and we worked for AIDS Help Key West down there and raised a lot of money for that. It's good to use your music for good, you know.
It is positively, and that's. I'm at the point. Just like we were talking earlier before we started, but I'm at the point of wanting to give some of it back for nothing. I've been really blessed in a lot of different directions. So I think it may be time that we should gear up and do something a little bit different. Go ahead and do us another song. This is Lucinda and Michael.
All right.
What are we doing now?
At the top of their bio, it says the Eagles meet Fleetwood Mac, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah. A little more time.
All right.
Your love's alive, I see it in your eyes, but how will you ever know? Who to trust if it all turns into rust? Whoa, say it ain't so. But now the train comes into the station, but before you jump the line, I gotta say it now, and then I'll say goodbye. I said, baby, what's going on? There must be something wrong, or maybe there's something on your mind. If I could turn you on, if I could ride along, you wouldn't leave it all behind. Oh, give me just a little more time, just a little more time. And some friends, you know, they like to come and go without a reason why. They come on strong, they string you all along, then hang you out to dry. But now the train comes into the station, but before you get on board, I gotta say it now, and then I'll shut the door. Baby, what's going on? There must be something wrong. Or maybe there's something on your mind. If I could turn you on, if I could ride along with you, you wouldn't leave it all behind. Oh, give me just a little more time. Oh, just a little more time. Just a little more precious time. And so the train, it leaves the station and it carries you away. And I'm standing here wishing I could say, baby, what's going on? There must be something wrong. Or maybe there's something on your mind. If I could turn you on, if I could ride along with you, you wouldn't leave it all behind. Baby, what's going on? There must be something wrong. Or maybe you got somebody else on your mind. If I could turn you on, if I could ride along with you, you wouldn't leave it all behind. Oh, give me just a little more time. Give me just a little more time. Just a little more precious time. Just a little more precious time for you, baby. This ain't goodbye.
There it is. See, these actually belonged to the studio, and they didn't sound worth a hoot until he came in and tuned them. I worked with them the other night, and I was very disappointed. So, you say you book yourself?
We do. We're completely self-managed. We're self-contained.
Was it that way from the beginning?
Yes,
Yeah, pretty much.
Before Michael and I met in 2005, I had a solo career. Michael had a solo career. We met, we melded, got this whole thing together, and we've been doing it ever since. So we found that the industry has changed incredibly since we started when we were very young, and the idea of getting signed is a completely
joke.
Yeah, exactly. It's a kind of an elusive thing, and nobody really understands what that means, So it's more advantageous for us to kind of do it this way. Not that we wouldn't love some help from, someone along the way, but we do. We
That's
just
not a plea or anything.
No, but we, seriously, we do this on our own, and it's funny because there are people in the industry that do still call us and say, "I have a new artist, and I'm watching what you guys are doing. How are you doing that?"
Really?
Yeah, and I just kind of laugh and I go, well, what we're doing is playing live. That's the big difference. And social media has changed everything because everybody wants 12,000 Twitter followers and all these friends on Facebook and everything else. But not everyone that's going to be on your Twitter list is going to come to your show in Danbury, Connecticut if they live in Japan. So we seriously go out and regionally tour to really build that audience and maintain that audience. So every time we go back, we have that core of people that will always come out and see us, and they bring their friends.
I think that's pretty cool.
And so we just keep building it.
I think that's one of the things that is positive about what has changed in the industry is that it isn't all wrapped around the labels anymore at all. You can get on the internet, you can do your own thing. And I like that a lot because it makes you more independent. You can say no to a lot of people that you don't want to talk to, basically, which I have done many, many times. When I started this studio, we started, like I said, it was just an idea that I had to bring people worldwide that couldn't or didn't get enough actual exposure. And then I started thinking about all, as we talked earlier and before the show started tonight, about all the different countries. We've had Canadian people, Australian people in here, and all parts of Europe, and they've all talked about how they've got sponsorship. Nobody in the United States has any sponsorship at all.
I know.
It's too bad, because the arts should be sponsored so that people would have some kind of a feeling towards getting into it in the beginning, because parents don't want their kids in it at all. They don't want their kids to have anything to do with it because of what the music business is, I guess, but that's beside the point. The music is something, and you guys know this, you've been at it a long time, the more you play, you have got to play. If you don't play and sing, you get sick, physically and mentally.
Right,
It's
yeah,
addictive.
for sure, it is.
And
It's a lifeblood. It really is.
You're born with it.
Yeah.
And I think if more people and more parents understood that about their kids, most of the people we've had in there, I've asked them whether their folks and stuff supported them, and most of them, they do. I mean, that's if they're out on the road playing. We've had some people in here that were extraordinary. I mean, goodness gracious. And I backed up. Like, you guys are really, really good. You're really
thanks.
well rehearsed.
Thank you.
And that's half the battle to playing music is being well rehearsed. Go ahead and do us another song. Lucinda and Michael.
All right.
The Eagles meet Fleetwood Mac.
All right. So this is a new one. I don't think we've ever played
No,
this.
there's a little. We haven't played this yet. This is going to be a debut. Speaking of well rehearsed, let's try something
that's-
we've never done before.
This is the only thing that makes this show worth it, you see, because it's live. This is live pre-recorded, by the way, and of course we'll air this down the road somewhere.
So this is all about being happy, because we usually write really sad songs. So we decided to write a happy one. This is called We Are.
Without taking a drink.
Yeah, sorry.
You good? Here we go. Hey, little bird up in the tree, singing out your silly melody. You're happy, you are. Hey, little bee, buzzing free, kissing the face of a peony. You're happy, you are. And we're like the birds and the bees, like skipping stones and skinning knees. A TV dinner with carrots and peas. We're happy, we are. Hey, little dog with the waggly tail, lapping up your water from a garden pail. You're happy, you are. Hey, little boy, sail away with me. We'll be the vagabonds we were meant to be. And happy, oh, we'll be. 'Cause we're like the birds and the bees, like skipping stones and skinning knees. A TV dinner with carrots and peas. We're happy, oh, we are. And in our darkest days, the moon will light the way. We'll play Twister with the stars in the sky. We'll find better ways to navigate this maze. Just you and I. Hey, little bird up in the tree, tweeting out your silly are. And we're like the birds and the bees, like skipping stones and skinning knees, an unlocked mystery. We're happy. We are. We're happy. We are. We're happy. We are.
So I'll ask you a loaded question. What do you think of Nashville? And tell him to say the truth.
Oh boy.
No, it's hip, man. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's a very different city. It's a city full of. It's not like New York or L.A. At all. I've been. Long story short, I think it's got one of the best music business things that there is. But the city is expanding between 85 to 100 people a day.
Yeah, we have read that. We've seen a lot of that. Actually, it's been 2 years since we've been here.
Yeah.
And we can't get over what we saw started and what has been finished and now continuing.
The Gulch that you were talking about
Right.
earlier used to be the bad part of Nashville. I mean, and now it's brand new apartment buildings,
Yeah.
and everybody's, you don't have to walk with a gun down there anymore. Basically, long story made short.
Yeah.
Have you played any of the places down? Let's see, have you played any of the clubs on Broadway or Second Avenue at all down there?
In Nashville, no. We certainly played all over Broadway in New York, but not in Nashville.
Well,
We'd love to, though, if anybody,
Well, there's all kinds of places here. How about the winery, Music City Winery? Have you ever heard of that?
The City Winery, there's one in Napa, there's one here, there's one in New York. Yeah, we played the one in New York. That was great. Yeah.
Well, that is a very cool venue here as well. Nancy, what is the name of the WMOT thing out at the factory? By the way, this is my wife.
And she's lovely.
Microphone. I guess it's not on, but long story short,
I don't remember the name of it anyway.
I don't either. It's WMOT Radio has a thing out at the factory that you guys will look into.
Oh, Music City Roots.
Music City Roots.
Oh, I have heard of that. Yes.
Yeah, it's a very cool venue, and a lot of different groups from here and from out of town play it. So if you ever get a chance, contact them on the phone, give them
I
some
think
of
I
your
will,
PR.
for sure.
And if when we get this up and basically so everybody can see, we'll cut it up in different things, and we'll send you links. And if it works
that'd
for
be
you,
great.
have them take a look at your
Oh, well,
performance.
thank you, Ronnie.
Yeah,
I think you guys have probably quite a few video performances over the years anyway.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Television stations, where have you played on TV?
We've done a lot of local TV all over the Northeast for the most part,
Yeah.
right?
What was the thing with Scott Shannon? I know that was radio, but there was a lot of TV there.
Oh, well, no, that was CBS Radio out of New York. We
Yeah.
did the Blythedale Christmas for the Children's Hospital. And we played with Cyndi Lauper and Matchbox 20. What's his name?
Yeah, Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas.
Must have
Yeah.
been fun.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. But we've been really fortunate to get a lot of support acts spots on a lot of large tours with some of the people that we played with. Pat Benatar, Eddie Money, Tony Bennett.
I like Pat Benatar.
Yeah,
a
she's
lot.
great. She's awesome. And she's such a nice person. The big shed shows like that don't do a lot of support acts anymore. So that's really kind of a shame for the up and comers when you could open for a big act like that. But we were, over the years, we've opened for a lot of them and gotten to sing with them on stage, which was great.
I think that's opening for somebody is a lot of fun. As long as you have all kinds of great energy and stuff to do it with, the artists always appreciate it.
Yeah, and we always have someone open for us whenever we do a large enough
Right.
show that it can afford. Just because we got the same, we had it happen to us all those years. And
What are the venue wise? What's one of the largest shows you've done?
Oh, gosh. Cape Cod Melody Tent, the Ives Center.
How many people?
That's
5,000?
5,000 to 10,000.
That's a lot.
The Truman Waterfront was 4,500 in
Yeah.
Key West. We did God, there's so many of them. We've been really, really fortunate about the big shows.
I think that's great.
The Warner Theater, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little advertising here for a company right down the road. There is a place where you guys probably passed it on the way up here tonight called Authentic Coffee Company. And these guys, did you pass it?
Yeah.
It's a 100-year-old house. And
Really?
basically, guy turned it, he used to work at Starbucks, and he turned it into a coffee house, basically, and he serves everything Starbucks does, except it's a 100-year-old house. Long story made short, on Friday nights, we're very close to the Kentucky border here. He has jammers come up there, and they're like 150 people show up, and the place seats about 25. They seat around the buildings on the outside. They get in their little groups, and they jam every Friday night. So if you're up here in Nashville, Tennessee, head up towards White House on Highway 31W and head towards the Authentic Coffee Company on Friday night. It starts about 7 o'clock, and it runs anywhere between 7 and midnight or whatever. Sometimes he throws the keys to somebody else that's there and goes home. Long story short, it's a very cool place. It really is.
Sounds awesome.
This is Lucinda and Michael. They're going to do one more tune for us. And I thank you guys for coming out.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
Really.
We appreciate it very much.
Well, I can't remember where I got your name from. Do you remember?
You know, it might have been
Sonic Bids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might have been. And Nancy, thank you so much for everything that you've done for us, you know, on the way here. She was so great
She
administratively.
is. She takes care of all the short end of stuff that I can't, basically. Anything that has to do with booking or any of the rest of the stuff that's on the internet that needs to be done, she's the one that does it.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. Is your microphone on, Nancy?
Yeah, thanks.
Yep. You're a little
also
loud,
humble.
Nancy. You must have turned your slider up a little bit. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, this is, again, Lucinda and Michael, and they're from Connecticut, and I hope you guys come back.
Thank you.
If you do, look us up.
We'd love to. We definitely will.
My studio probably won't be alive, but the studio will be alive in one sense of the word.
Oh, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, baby.
The man in the moon's got a look of surprise on his face tonight. His eyes are open wide and his mouth says, oh. Silver light fills the corners of the space tonight. He's laughing at me as if I should have known. Shouldn't know what to say, shouldn't know what to be, shouldn't know what to do. Should've known how to fly, should've known how to cry, how to be true. And though my eyes are closed, it's still your face I'm seeing. I picked a bad night, I picked a bad night. It's just a bad night for dreaming. I can't remember the last words I might have said. I never knew to choose them carefully. And now they just sit silent in a starry sky, an echo not returning back to me. Shouldn't know what to say, shouldn't know what to be, shouldn't know what to do. Should've known how to cry, should've known how to cry, how to be true. And though my eyes
it's still your face I'm seeing. I picked a bad night. I picked a bad night. It's just a bad night. Shouldn't know what to say, shouldn't know what to be, shouldn't know what to do. Should've known how to fly, should've known how to cry, how to be true. And though my eyes are closed, it's still your face I'm seeing. I picked a bad night. I picked a bad night. It's just a bad night for dreaming.
So out of curiosity, how much do you rehearse?
Oh gosh, we're playing so much that becomes so much rehearsal, but we're always trying to work on vocal blend and guitar work and things together.
Do you ever rehearse as you're going down the road? I mean, you guys ride in the same car?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we write songs in the car.
Yeah, we do.
I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
I always thought that was great when I was going down the road. You could so many different things that you could see, or your mind runs free, and you're able to write music about it. All your stuff, you do just strictly original material?
No.
We do
everything.
We do everything.
We do our favorite, covers.
So
our
you
favorite
do
bands.
at your shows? You split it up basically?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
If that's what they want, or if that's what it calls for. But we try and read the crowd, see what's going over, what doesn't work.
I think your original music is great. I really do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lucinda and Michael, the Eagles meet Fleetwood Mac one more time. Nancy, say good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Nancy.
My name is Ronnie Dean, and we'll see you another time. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
It takes your hand and brings you
You rock.
into tomorrow.